Hey everybody, this is me, Robert. This is basically a video about a question, or something I'm just trying to work through. This year, I joined a new church at a Church of Christ. I was Baptist and everything, and one of the big differences between the two is they don't. Church of Christ doesn't believe in instrumental music in worship, and I'm having a really hard time coming to terms with that. Not because I don't Not because I'm wanting to be disobedient or that I'm trying to hold on to an old sort of lifestyle. But I I haven't found anything in what people have shown me that absolutely positively says that it's wrong. In fact, I have found more evidence to the contrary, that it's allowed, at least in my opinion. And I just feel like every time I go to ask somebody, I need to go talk to this person or that person, or or I'm the problem. I joined my new church because I felt like what I was believing before was the problem, and I wasn't. I just want, and I feel like, and people I've talked to, it's caused a couple problems with. Not that that's a thing. I mean, I just feel like it's a point of view. It's not a complete yes or a complete no. And there's one or two verses that almost make me change my mind, and maybe it could be wrong. But I don't know. And every time I go to ask somebody to study with, all they either they won't talk to me directly, or even listen to why I think these things, or are ready to dismiss it out of hand. I mean, everyone just seems like they're ready to just cut it down before they even give it any thought. I am not trying to speak ill of my new church. I love everyone at my new church. I think they're great. They're wonderful people. But in my heart, I can't honestly look at these people and say, I think that that's wrong. I think it's wrong that someone who has an amazing talent at playing a piano is wrong for lifting it up to God. If we go by that logic, then any sort of what I've studied says that we're supposed to offer up natural skills to God. If that's the case, then we shouldn't have computers dealing with lessons. We shouldn't have, microphones or stuff like that. It just seems like it's picking on instrumental music or whatnot, and I've heard lots of verses where they're. It just seems to me if the verses can be interpreted differently, then they have no set. Sometimes they have no set potential, and every time I ask this, people say, "Well, this one is metaphorical," and they change it around to suit their argument. And I have come at this from the perspective that I am wrong, that I could be wrong. And I get from other people that I'm being disrespectful. I don't feel like I am. And I just want to do this video. This is not this is not going to be used as a weapon or ammunition against anybody. The only thing that's on the line here is my understanding. If you have a verse or something like that that would explain to me why it's wrong, I would be just as happy to find out I was wrong as I would be if I'm right. And I think maybe I come at things too passionately. I just feel like I, everyone's looking at me like I'm the problem. And from what everyone's told me, they're talking about their experiences, where they understand these verses, where when everyone's singing together, without the instruments, that they see how beautiful it is. I think it's beautiful too. But I think that someone who has an amazing talent with a violin, the piano, or a guitar, or drums, those people are lifting their soul, their hands, their hearts, their minds all to God in one fell swoop, and I applaud them. So how am I to tell them that what they're doing is wrong? And they shouldn't worship God in that way. I'm not saying this either to my friends who disagree with me. I don't want to upset anybody, but I still want to know who's wrong. I don't want to be brought up in a conversation where I say, well, he's very faithful, but he just can't get it. Stuff like that hurts me. So if anyone on my Facebook page, from Westside, from any denomination would like to weigh in, as long as we are all respectful of everyone's stuff, and what is being brought up is scriptural, then I have no problems with anyone putting something down here. Friends, strangers, anyone. But I'll tell everyone too, as of right now, my opinion is that it's not wrong. But I will listen to anything anyone has to say, good or bad. But if it's, as long as it's scriptural, like I said, and it's cannot be interpreted in another way. Thank you all for listening. If you would please leave your comments below or on my Facebook page. Anyone who wants to do this, I'll make it public. I'm not picking on anyone specific from the church or anything like that. I'm just looking for answers. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.